You are listening to one of the most prolific podcasts. I'm Caleb.
It's your boy DT.
And I'm Ken.
We are the Mind Report.
Here to push your mind and change your thoughts. What is going on, everybody? This is your host, DT.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Ken.
And we are the Mind Report. We got to start this thing out with gratitude like we do every single time. If you're not starting your day out with gratitude, I don't know what is going on with you, because this is a very good time to be alive right now. And we just appreciate everybody for tuning in on a weekly basis. We're growing together. But without further ado, Ken, what's going to be the thought of the day?
Today we're going to be talking about vision. Having sight isn't the same as having vision. See, with sight, you only see what's in front of you, nothing more, nothing less. When we go into speaking on vision, we touch on imagination. Vision takes you to a place sight can't. Vision is seeing the unseeable. So when it comes to sight, you can't see past your right now state. When you move by sight, it's easy to stop and lose faith because something appears a certain way. When you have vision, it's easy to look past your right now. When you have a vision, you keep going despite the space you're currently in life.
I like how you had put that. So we talking about seeing it, right?
Right.
So it's basically the capacity to close your eyes and see the future that does not exist just yet. And I think that's one of the things that vision is the ability to look past the mess that's in front of you and take something away from it. And then in the process, just clean it up and envision a better future for yourself. Right. We must have a clear vision over where you want to be in life. And I think that life becomes more simpler and more meaningful once you grasp that concept of what vision is. Vision informs us where we're going. Vision motivates and encourages us to keep moving forward. And I think it also assists us in moving forward and overcoming any kind of challenge that we have coming our way, and it keep us focused on our purpose. What does your vision do for you?
Seeing my vision, it motivates me, like when times get hard, because like we always say, for y'all that been rocking with us, been listening to us, been tuning in, you always hear us say that the process is something that we cannot dodge. It's something that we must go through. When I remind myself what my vision is, it just makes the process, me going through the process, more easier.
I always use my vision to get me back into reality when things are getting hard, because throughout the process, one thing that Steve Harvey said that always stuck to me, said that the road to success is always under construction. There's always going to be some things that may not work in your favor, but when you have your vision and insight and in mind, no matter the situation, it's going to go out your way. And I always tell people it's not the situation that make you, you make the situation.
What my vision does for me, it kind of motivates me and guide me on the journey of whatever I think success is, because my version of success might be different from your version of success. Right. It's different for everybody. If you have it, it's kind of like a compass, because now you're seeing wherever it is that you want to go and what you're trying to succeed. But if you don't have it, it's kind of like going to something with a clear vision or a clear sight or whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Then you'll end up finding yourself going around in circles and eventually getting frustrated with the process. We always talk about the process. You must fall in love with the process. And the only how that you can fall in love with the process is you got to have a clear vision of wherever it is that you're going. And any vision must start within yourself. Vision comes from within you. It comes from your spirit, your subconscious mind, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it, but whatever you call it, that's where it comes from. And everyone has a vision that is uniquely their own. You are no different from anybody else, but the whole thing that sets you apart is, do you have the will, determination, and discipline to actually pursue your vision? And the hard part that comes in is understanding your personal vision and applying a plan to get it. Now, I know my vision, it kind of comes to me when I see something and I want to pursue something, come to me like a lightning bolt. It give me a whole new spark on life, and it make me want to pursue something a little bit more harder. For the most part, when you have a vision, it's growing your experiences, your dreams, and your desires. So I always tell people, do not rush the process, because once you rush the process, then you'll end up getting frustrated with yourself, and it'll kind of knock your vision off. Instead, I just keep myself clear and allow my vision to reveal itself through me.
I like how you said pursuing, like you pursue it, something like when the idea just comes to you. That's what you do on a day-to-day basis. Think of this, for example. When you are using your vision with your goals or anything that you have in life, you have to see yourself there before it actually comes in reality. For example, when you are getting a new job, you're thinking, okay, to yourself, do I see myself working here? You don't have the job yet, But before it becomes reality for you, you have to see yourself there first. And that's the same thing with your goals. And that's the same thing with all the things that you have in life. I honestly think that it's important to see yourself within your goals.
Right. When it comes to even how you move in life, you gotta act as if you the person you want to become then now. Like, you gotta ask yourself, how would 5 years from now me react to the situation? How would I respond to the situation? It's not all about knowing where you want to go. It's also about acting as if it's already happened.
Right.
Because when you're acting as if it's already happened, you're really preparing yourself for it to happen.
Exactly.
It's not like it's just something that happened overnight, or it's you already preparing yourself, you walking into your destiny. It's a real powerful thing when you know your vision and you act as if your vision has already came true.
It has to happen because the universe is going to make its way.
With vision, you got to go there before you get there.
Right.
By me saying go there, you can go there in your mind, or if it's something that you desire, whether it be a car, home, or whatever it is, you have to physically go there just so you can get a feel of it.
Right.
Once you go there, you tapping into your 5 senses,
Right.
which is taste,
touch,
hear,
see,
and smell. So now you taking your body from your normal circumstances, now you putting it into a new environment. So once you place yourself in a new environment, by default, you want whatever it is that you desire. It just heighten itself up because you got a better vision of whatever it is you want, because now you physically can see it.
Right.
And I like how you had said, Ken, when you said vision versus sight. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't understand what vision versus sight is. Right. So when we talk about sight, you talking about your physical eye. Right. But when we talk about vision, you talking about your mental eye. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's a big difference between both. And a lot of people be so hung up on their sight rather than their vision. Right. And I think it said in the Bible, a man without vision shall perish. Exactly. So if you don't have no vision for wherever it is that you want to be in life, then you going to basically settle for wherever it is now that you are in life versus going for whatever it is that you want in life.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people understand as well, like when you physically put yourself, like DC said, like if you want a house and you actually go there, or you want a car and you actually go and test drive it, it expands your mind. When your mind expands, it can never go back into its normal form. You're exposing yourself to something new. And once you expose yourself to something new, and that's really what you have a desire for, you never forget that. Right. And so like once you never forget it and it constantly is on your mind, I know for me as an individual, that fuels me to keep going. That makes the process for me easier. Like when Bentley first opened up the dealership here in Jacksonville, we went to the dealership and we test drove a couple cars. I actually got to drive my dream car.
That's major.
Man, listen, I got back in my car, it's like the AC not blowing right. The steering wheel feel kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? But it raised my standards for myself. It raised the bar high for myself. Like I had to understand, I got to apply a little bit more pressure in what I'm doing. I can't be the yesterday me. I can't be the me from last week. I got to move a little different in order to make that what I just experienced my norm. You know what I'm saying?
Your reality.
So, right.
Exactly.
So it's major.
I mean, but when you do that though, it's an arm's reach because you start to see it though. Yeah. It starts to be on your mind. And then for me, ever since we had that experience, most of the time when I'm thinking about that particular car, I'll be driving on the highway and next thing you know, I see one.
Yeah.
You know, and me, I don't believe in coincidences. Things do happen for a reason. You know, that car could have been anywhere, you know, at any given moment in time. But with me just thinking and having that on my mind, the universe is just powerful. Like when you know things are going to happen for you, it's going to happen for you regardless, no matter what situation that you in. When you are walking and you expecting things to happen for you, just like if you were at a car dealership test driving a car, you expect to get that car after you test drove it, you know, but you getting that feel of it, you getting that taste of it, like I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
Took the words right
out of my mouth, boy. I can't explain it.
It's on a whole nother level.
Right.
Nah,
So Papa, he can't talk. But I heard the game, he was on the interview, and he said that he's not a billionaire because he chose not to be one. He said if he was to wake up tomorrow and make the decision to become a billionaire, he can become one. And I think a lot of people got to understand that nothing that you want is out of reach. Anything you want is possible to have. Anything you want is there for you to have. It's just the amount of time, the effort, and the energy that you put behind actually getting it and having that vision to actually have it.
And I like how you had said that a lot of people be so hung up on just asking for the small things instead of the big things.
Right.
No matter if you believe in God, the universe, the law of attraction, whatever it is, if it's something this big in the world, why are you asking for little small mediocre things?
Right.
If you want big, ask for big. You don't supposed to see no way of you getting it in the house, because if you see a way of you getting it, it's not even nothing you need to be asking for.
Right.
I think a lot of people, they get miscrewed with the whole perception of, oh yeah, but I asked for this. Yeah, he gonna give you, the universe gonna give you, whatever it is that you believe in, gonna give you exactly what you asked for. But you got to start asking bigger of yourself.
Right.
If you believe bigger of yourself, because a lot of people fall into the trap of not believing that they deserve whatever it is that they ask for. Yo, you deserve everything in this world, and everybody had an infallible right to become rich, but you just have to believe it first, and you have to have a vision for it, because if you don't have no vision for it, then what's gonna happen?
Nothing.
If you can't see it in your head. And I think Bob Proctor said, if you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. What you seeing in your head?
Killed it.
Shit, I'm sitting on about a motherfucking trillion right now.
It's done.
Trillion.
Right
Two.
now.
You don't even you don't even have to know how it's gonna happen.
Right,
and I think when we first met, you said you want to own your own cruise line, several cruise lines. Ken don't know how that's gonna happen,
But it's gonna happen.
But he know it's gonna happen.
It's gonna make its way.
And another thing that's real powerful when we talking about vision, you can have a vision in your head and you can see it for so long, and it's not going to ignite itself. You want to know how it's going to ignite itself? You got to write it down.
Yeah.
If you writing it down, now I just took it out of my spiritual eye, and then now I put it into my physical eye.
Right.
So now I have to see it. And then once I see it on a day-to-day basis, my vision, and I'm saying it on a day-to-day basis, you got to start speaking the things that you want.
Yeah.
If you're not speaking the things that you want, then what you want? You got to speak your vision and speak it clearly and clarify whatever it is that you want. Because once you know what you want, then you get what you want.
Right.
But if you don't know what you want, then you're going to get exactly that. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be asking for the bigger things and it being appreciative of the smaller things. How you view yourself determines what you ask for. If you view yourself to be a certain person, if I view myself to be this individual, I'm going to ask for the greater things. But if I feel like I don't deserve anything, then I'm going to ask for the smaller stuff. I feel like a lot of times people lack confidence. And the way I feel about the confidence shit is sometimes you got to be cocky. Sometimes you got to boost your damn self up. Don't subdue your energy to benefit nobody else. You feel the way you feel about yourself, and that's just that. I had this level of confidence to the point where I feel like I deserve the best, and I'm not settling for anything.
But that's not you being cocky. That's you being godlike.
Right, exactly. And so
that you don't have to settle for the less.
Right. And I ain't settling for shit up. Other than what I feel I deserve, I feel like if I settle for less, I feel like that's what I deserve. Anybody who settle for what you settle for, you feel like that's what you gonna get. But it's just like if I go to a 5-star restaurant and I feel like I deserve this nice ass steak and they bring me this ragged ass steak out and I'm paying you this much for it, you finna take that back because I don't deserve it.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same with life. If you feel you deserve certain things, then make that shit happen.
Ooh. Yeah. You pay the price for the things you want in life.
That's a bar.
If you want the best, guess what? It's gonna come with you paying the best of your ability, your blood, your sweat, and your tears. If you're not ready to come with any of that, don't even ask for nothing.
Right. Don't even step on the field, bro. Shit, don't get out your car. Sit in your car and watch.
When they say they call them people on the sidelines, don't even get in the game, bro. It's okay.
Right,
just stay over there.
Warmer.
Watch us shoot.
Keep the bench hot. That's what you do.
Why don't some people have a clear vision, clear mind? Why do you think some of those things come in place?
I would have to say a lack of knowing self and not having goals and expectations out of life. If I know who I am as an individual, if I know what I expect out of life, if I know where I see myself at, what I want out of life, then that's just what it is. I'm hustling till I get it. But it's like the dude at Walmart, like he ain't know. You ain't never spent no time with yourself to actually figure out what it was you wanted. being alone has a power that most don't have. Being able to spend time with your thoughts is like something that's extremely powerful, and a lot of people don't have that ability. You able to sit with yourself, sit by yourself, sit with your thoughts, manage them, figure out, okay, like this is what it is, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. That's a power a lot of people don't have. And once you have that power and you spend time with self and you spend time doing stuff with self, you learn different things about yourself. You open up, you knock down that wall that's blocking you from knowing you.
Right.
Once you block that wall down, it's a powerful thing.
I think the reason why a lot of people don't have any kind of clarity or any kind of vision upon where they're going is because a lot of people so caught up in a daily cycle of living somebody else's dreams versus living their own dreams. So you neglecting whatever you want just to fulfill what you think life should be.
Right.
Life should be exactly how you want it to be. It shouldn't be no other way than how you want it. If you willing to settle for that, just know what comes with it. It's going to come with a lot of jealousy. Right. It's going to come with a lot of bitterness. It's going to come with a lot of resentment. Mm-hmm. For somebody else who doing what you know that you could do, because everybody capable of doing more than enough or reaching their highest potential.
Right. My granddaddy told me, hey, we all got the same 10 toes, the same 10 fingers, and the same 24 hours.
The same 24 hours. I like how he said that. Yeah. We all do. There is no disadvantage with nobody. The only disadvantage is the limits we impose upon ourselves. If you limit yourself, don't expect to have more than what the next person have, or compare yourself to somebody who actually getting off their ass and doing whatever it is that they want in life. You just doing whatever you need to get by in life. Mm-hmm. You're not doing what you want to do in life, because if you are doing what you want to do in life, you'll be chasing your vision. Right. So I say this is the reason why a lot of people don't actually fall through with the clarity or have any kind of vision for wherever they want to go in life.
So I went to church today and the pastor said, how much are you allowing a person to pay you to stay away from your dreams? How much are you allowing a person to pay you to not fulfill your whole potential in life? And that shit spoke volumes to me, because a lot of times that's what a lot of people do. They get so caught up on the jobs, like DT said, and they just forget about their life and what they see. They allowing somebody to put a dollar sign on them in order for them to stay away from their full potential.
And see, I was just about to get into that. It's already being told to us what our expectations are going to be. Because after you graduate high school, you're known to go to college and get a job,
graduate, get your diploma.
Right.
Your degree.
Your degree. But the vision is already there. So do you think that it's installed into us when we're born, when we're kids, and then when we get into grade school? Do you think that is already installed in us? And if so, how do we break that vision? How do we break that toxic vision?
Repetition. You got to have, because think you've been listening to something so repetitive for years and years and years, and it started to become a part of you. You started to think it's right. Just like how when we first started network marketing, they was always talking about paradigm. We never even heard about paradigm before we even jumped into network marketing. Right. But now since we know about it, it's our responsibility to shift our paradigm. And the only how you can shift your paradigm is get away from all that negativity or what you think society say you're supposed to be, and get back to you knowing who you supposed to be. Right. Not what your family say, not what your friends say, not what your spouse say, or whoever. You know exactly who you supposed to be. And once you find out who you supposed to be, now you fulfilling your purpose. But a lot of people need to exit out all that negativity, get you some good books in you, get you some good audios, listen to you a good podcast, just like the Mind Report that you listen to right now. We are dropping so many major gems right now. So share this. The only how this get out of you share it with somebody else, and then they share it with somebody else. Right. But let me jump back on subject.
Like, comment, and share.
Yeah, okay? Like, comment, and share. But you have to get yourself away from all that negative information and start putting more positive information into you, because if you don't, you're just going to keep following that same trend over and over and over again. And then you'll find yourself, whenever you do have kids, you'll be telling them the same goddamn thing that got you trapped.
Right.
So it's the change starts with you. And I think I heard that generational curses, it starts with one person in the family. Mm-hmm. So if you listen to this right now, you are that one person in the family, and you need to break that chain that's upon you. Just like an elephant. I don't think I ever told this story. It was this man walking through a village, and he seen the elephant. The elephant, an elephant massive. Mm-hmm. And he had a chain on him. So he was like, why the elephant just sitting there? Don't he know he can break away? Because he's just on a little stick
Right.
with a chain. And the man, he was like, why? He said, I gotta ask the owner of this elephant, because that gotta be a dumb elephant. So he asked him, and he was like, well, the elephant been right there ever since he was small, so he don't know whether he can break the chain or not. And that's what a lot of people do with their minds, is limitations on your mind, but it's up to you to break them. You bigger than your circumstances, you bigger than your negative thoughts, you bigger than everything that's happening to you right now, but you have to break away from those chains, and you are going to be the shift from your generational curse.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
We went to church right then.
What? What?
We went to church. What was your question again?
We should have played some church music in the background.
Why they be hitting on the piano?
Yeah. We said it again. Yeah. That's how they be.
Deacon DT.
This man.
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
But I would have to say, to answer your question, I would say to break that cycle, you just really got to, one, pay attention, and two, grow up. When you get past a certain age, when you consider yourself to be an adult, you can't install nothing into me that I'm not allowing you to install. You know, you not finna download no program onto me that I'm not allowing you to download. You got to start falling for the bullshit. It's simple. Now, when you coming through school, I can understand it because you don't know no better.
Right.
But once you get past a certain age, you start paying bills, you start paying tuition.
And when that life hits you.
Life gonna knock your ass out. What? You know what I'm saying? Right. But you really got to start paying attention to the masses. You can't tell me the right way to live because this was your story. Your story not gonna be my story.
You the author of your own book.
Right. Like what worked for you may not work for me. Going to college may work for you. I may not be a good test taker. It's like that. And then if I pay attention to what's going on in the world, a lot of people that graduate with degrees don't even use their degrees. A lot of people that graduate with degrees don't even get decent paying jobs. I know I used to get my hair cut by a dude that went to jail, couldn't get no job, and had to make his own avenue. Now he living better than people with degrees. When you pay attention and you see certain stuff like that, you realize just because I'm not living the way the schools or the world say I should live doesn't mean that it's the incorrect way of living.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times outside of how you should live, people allow other people to put negative connotations on things that they decide to do.
Right.
If the shit feel right to you and it's not messing with nobody else but you, do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need validation. I don't need for nobody to agree with nothing that I'm doing. If it feel right to me and I'm not in your pockets, I'm not fucking with your life, then it's a no-brainer. To break that cycle, people just really got to pay attention, grow up, and find out, like DT said, find self. Find out what it is you like. Get out, start doing stuff outside of the club and all the bullshit people be doing nowadays. Do some meaningful stuff. Life is bigger than the little shit that people be glorifying these days. You not installing nothing into my brain that I'm not allowing you to install. Once I get past a certain age, that's what it is.
Ken said he ain't let no virus come in his computer
Hell
system.
no.
Sir. That boy got the anti-block.
What you say? What it is, the McAfee? You ain't downloading nothing on me.
Yeah, I mean, it's your decision. No one should ever tell you what you should do with your life. That is totally up to you. Because at the end of the day, you came in here alone and you would die alone. And you want to make sure that you die, making sure that you live your best life. You made sure that you did everything to your best ability.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't have a clear vision just because people are just so quick following the trend of what's going on.
Right.
Trend of the news, trend of the social media,
Right.
trend of this what's popular, what's popping, the trend of this, the negativity.
I think too, a lot of people be conformed. Like they just, like Caleb said, they just follow the norm, like the trend. It was this experiment, but they had people that was in the doctor's office, right? People came in, had an appointment and everything. They'll put one or two people in to go along with the experiment. And so every time they hit a little beat sound, the two people stand up. They had people actually coming in there to see if other people just conformed. So like two people come in, they hear the beat, they'll see the other people stand up, they'll start standing up. Now hours done went by, them doing the same shit, they done missed their whole appointment. a lot of times people be conformed into doing things because they see other people doing it. Like you forgot your whole reasoning into coming. You just following the trend. You done lost your vision. You done lost your sight. You done lost everything that you came here with because you following what somebody else is doing, not knowing whatever they doing.
Right. But that word conform, though, look at the numbers. There's not a lot of successful people. There's a lot of people that's doing the norm. So when you bring the word conform and you have people that are being born into this world, when they're around people who don't have dreams for themselves, they start to conform by default, just because there's more of that going on versus there's more people being independent and doing their thing and actually living life to its fullest. You feel me?
You want to know what's the worst? The only thing worse than being blind is having sight with no vision. When you believe in your dream and your vision, then it begins to attract its own resources. So they go back to believing, but you gotta believe in the vision that you have, because I personally believe that no one was born to be a failure.
Right.
That happens over time, slowly, by the choices that you make, by the belief that you have, and the faith that you have in something.
Right.
All three of those things, I think, kind of make up and it kind of manufacture whatever your vision is. A lot of people be so lost with the thing about finding their vision. I think it's kind of like 3 ways that you can find your vision. You have to learn to listen to your inner voice. Your vision starts inside you. Learn to listen to what your mind and heart truly desire. Like what actually stir you up, and what's your greater desire? What kind of dreams do you have? If you think of what you really want deep down inside, it's not impossible for you to actually achieve it. And then you have to prepare yourself mentally. Seek people with similar vision. You have to surround yourself with greatness, because one thing I do know about greatness breeds greatness. And I think Ken always say iron sharpens iron. You are a sum total of the 5 people that you hang around most. And if you hang with winners, then that will keep you motivated to get yourself to a higher standard than where you are right now. So be very mindful of those 3 things. And I say the biggest one is your environment. Be mindful of your environment, because who you hang around, I guarantee you will start to adopt their vision over time.
I want to add 2 things. Listen to your inner voice. Always go with your intuition. Always. I would much rather listen to myself and let self be wrong and play it safe than not listen to myself and let self be right and be out here looking crazy. I went to church today. And the pastor said that the people you have around you should not accept you for who you are, but who you have the potential to become. The people you have around you should be pushing you to be the best person that you should be in life. They should not be accepting you settling for less. They shouldn't be accepting you not giving your full potential. The people that you hang around should always want the best for you. If they're around you and they cheering when you down and not helping pull you up, they're not the people that you need to be around you. The people that the people you have around you should be pushing you and motivating you into being the best version of you.
Period.
Get you to your vision.
On a real note, though, I just firmly believe that with your vision, your environment is definitely essential. And the people you have around you should definitely be beneficial. It should definitely be a 2-way street. All the people that you have around you, you start to conform to what they do. If they have problems, your problems, their problems will start to become your problems. If they don't have any sight of where they're going, then your sight will start to become blurry. You want to make sure that your environment is good and is beneficial for you.
Yeah. I would say too, like me personally, the type of friend that I am is like, your win is my win, your success is my success, your drama is my drama. You know what I'm saying?
Vision.
Yeah, it's like, that's what it is. So it's important for me to have the right people around me, because I feel like with me being as the friend that I am, it's like the shit you go through is the shit I go through. And I don't want to go through too much shit. It's real important that you have the right people around you to push you and motivate you. It's okay to hit a few bumps in the road, you know, and like that's just what it is. That's how the shit's gonna happen.
It's always good to have people around you that's gonna help you get right back in the right mind space. Because sometimes, you know, we can get knocked off the tracks. We might need to have someone that just have that conversation that's like, hey, what the hell you thinking? Why you talking like that? You know what I'm saying? That's not you. You feel me? Like, It's always good. It's always good.
It is very important to have the ability to think about and to plan for your future with imagination and wisdom by developing the vision within you. I want everybody that's listening to this right now to envision a greater, more prosperous future for yourself. Make your vision so clear that your fear is becoming relevant. We are limited not by our abilities, but by our vision. I want you to hold the vision and trust the process and love the process. Don't expect people to understand your grind when God didn't give them your vision. Clarify your vision, protect it with all costs, and plan with precision. Your thoughts shape your vision, and you see what you choose to see. And if you create a vision for your life, doors will open, but it all starts with you. And hopefully we added some type of value to your mind so you can go out there and check your thoughts. Follow us on Instagram at The Mind Report, and also stream us however you want at www.themindreportpodcast.com. I'm your host, DT.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Caleb.
And we are The Mind Report, and we are out.
If you enjoyed this podcast episode, make sure you share it with someone else.
And be on the lookout for new episodes. And make sure you subscribe now.
This is The Mind Report.
And we are out.